Hi and welcome. I'm Susie Helton, and a big thank you for all those who opted into my response. Now, I thank you, and you're probably wondering, okay, so I had two questions for you and one answer. Well, without delay, I'll get straight into it. Shortly after I'm speaking, and hopefully you'll stay with me long enough, you will be passed on to a colleague of mine called Dan Hammer. Now, he is excellent in how he can deliver this information to you. He will explain to you about a few of the chemicals that we need and one essential hormone that we have too much of, why the scientists can now claim that we are more receptive to carry the COVID virus. But the best thing about this, you'll get information in your hands, how you can prevent this, how you can protect yourself. Because I can tell you right now, my brothers and sisters, we are walking time bombs and we had no idea of this. This is 100% clinically proven, and it's the only solution, well, it's the only product, should I say, that is pharmaceutical graded. And that means basically it has the same strength as a prescription drug. But the best thing about it, it doesn't come with all the drama. What do I mean by the drama? Well, I mean by the addictions of medicated drugs. I mean the side effects that you get from a lot of these drugs. I'm telling you, you do need this information into your hands, and I'm hoping you will act on what you hear. Now, Dan Hammer, as I said, is excellent in his presentation. He will explain to you why ethnic people and people of color, and when I say people of color, that covers from Asian and all ethnic minorities. You know, some people tend to draw the line and think, well, I don't qualify, I'm not black. Oh, my darling, if you have anything other than the Caucasian skin, guess what? You're ethnic, you're black. So, you know, if you don't want to see any more losses, any deaths, any more sicknesses in your family, and Lord knows we've lost enough through this COVID and sadly through injustice situations with the Floyd family, which my heart and prayers go out to all those who are suffering through this, and many more who are out there. There's so many more going through this unjustified time in our lives where we're fighting for equal rights. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, before we can give out, we have to look within ourselves and make sure that we're strong, that we are healthy, that we can pass down the mantle to the next generation without any generic health issues. And it starts with our health, our well-being. You know, justice for Black people doesn't just start or end with changing the lands of the law and having equal rights, and all that's good, don't get me wrong. But it starts with looking at yourself, making sure that your health can sustain the years that you can hand down the mantle down to your next generation. You know, I just don't want to leave a legacy of wealth to my children. And I want to leave a legacy of hope, health, and a future to my children. And, you know, I have children in the fourth generation. I'm a grandmother of 12 wonderful, blessed grandchildren. And I don't just want to leave wealth. And I don't want them going through life thinking because of their genetics or the color of their skin that they have to accept genetic ailments or underlying issues. You know, I stated in my call out that there was two questions that I could give to you, and with one answer. The other question to that was, do you want to know how you can protect yourself against generic inherited diseases like diabetes, hypertension, you know, kidney failure? All this is to do with the cardiovascular. And I can tell you, without giving too much away, one of those important ingredients is nitric oxide. Now, you're probably wondering what that is. And it's an essential chemical that we need to keep ourselves function, to keep our hearts beating right, to keep the blood flowing through our bodies, to stop our blood clotting, to prevent strokes. I won't sit here and pretend I'm any doctor or physician or science expert, but I will hand you over to somebody that can give you a more clearer picture of what I'm trying to say, and hopefully you will get the gist of it. I won't keep you much longer. I will let you know that the product is available, so should you decide to go ahead, we do and guarantee a 90-day trial with full money back. And let me tell you, this is not just a one-track pony. This is for the rest of your life. A lot of people haven't told you about this because they just didn't want to get it into your hands. But I have done my research, and I do stand here with integrity, because my integrity would be under question. This product is 100% clinically proven. And as I've said, without the drama of an addiction drug, this can address the very thing that your body is addicted to with prescription drugs. And don't think that I'm against prescription drugs, because Lord knows they can be lifesavers, but they can also do so much damage. So, with that being said, I will leave you here, and hopefully you will go on to watch Dan Hammer, who will explain to you in depth factual evidence and clinically proven stats that this product is what we need, and it will lower the stats. I don't want to hear any more fatalities. I don't want whether COVID's here or gone, and I just don't want us as a nation to know that we're opening ourselves to other situations. Do you know that 82% of Black people are vitamin D deficient, should I say? You may know that, and you'll probably say, okay, let's run out and get some vitamin D. I wish it was so simple as that. We'd all be doing it. But without this vitamin D and other things, because there's quite a few vitamins, vitamin D, vitamin D1, vitamin D3, 2, and so forth, which you will get to understand by watching this video. You know, once you understand and get a mindset of why our bodies are so receptive to this, you'll want to come on board. And that's my prayer for you, that we don't have to, like everything else in this world, we don't have to settle. You know, my people, we're going out and we're changing history right now. Let's change the history with ourselves too. Let's start taking control, that when you go to your GP and the doctor says, I'm so sorry, but because of your genetics, chances are you will go on to inherit things like diabetes, hypertension, and chances is you probably have got it already. The story doesn't have to end there. It really doesn't. I'm offering you something you can put in your hands that will make a difference. So I know time is precious, and I won't hold you too long because the video is quite intensive and it will need your undivided attention. So might I suggest you turn off all distractions and give it the best of your attention and time. And if this is not your time for it, then make a time. Come back to it at a more suitable time that you can take notes and understand what Dan Hammer is saying. It is pretty intense, but give it a couple of views if you do, if you need to. I know I did, but I got it. And I just want you to get it too. So I thank you for your precious time. And should you need to contact me, my contacts is below this video, or maybe up, I'm not quite sure, but it's there for you. And feel free to contact me with any concerns or questions even. And thank you again so much for your time. So bye for me. God bless. Keep safe. Bye-bye.